It's where all the cool kids go. The friendly info will show you around. We reward him with the fresh souls of our customers. Candles, t-shirts, plenty tees, and so much more. Tags on deck, horror shop you will never want to leave. Your friendly info will show you around. We reward him with the fresh souls of our customers. Candles, t-shirts, blended teas, and so much more. Dads on deck, horror shop you will never want to leave.
They're all messed up.
Beyond recognition. Yeah, they're all messed up, skinned and alive, chainsaw ripped apart, magnified. All messed up, dead, yeah, dead. All messed up. Punctured eyes, blocked out, chopped up like firewood. Yeah, they're all messed up.
Howdy, gang, and welcome to the rescheduled edition of They're All Messed Up, the one I meant to do last week and was just too wiped out and didn't have time enough to revisit the movies I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, everybody is storm free right now. At least I hope you are. We have remained storm free so far, so good. Had a little rain, I don't know, a couple, 2, 3 hours ago. But other than that, nothing much to speak of, and I hope it remains that way. But tonight, in just a little bit, I'm going to be talking about Slaughter Hotel and the Zodiac Killer. I had forgotten what a crazy ass film the Zodiac Killer is. So I'm going to have fun talking about that one again. Hey, the poet. But I'm going to get some housekeeping stuff out of the way first, and then I'm going to get to these movies, talk about the kills in them, give a little rating, and I realize this is just me being anal, I know, but I like to change my font, and I was a day late and $1 short again, and forgot to change my font. Now, that's better. And I actually have physical copies of the movies tonight. This is Steve's copy of Slaughter Hotel. And this is also Steve's copy of the Zodiac Killer. He has both of these. I think you can still get this from AGFA. You may be able to get it from other outlets as well. And let's see, who put out... Oh, I can't see anymore. I'm not sure where exactly Steve got Slaughter Hotel, but it looks like it came out from Aurora Video Cinema Arts Division. I don't know. I'd have to ask him where that one came from. You may be able to find some of these on the usual suspects. Tubi may have both of these, YouTube. So if you haven't seen these, and after hearing me talk about them, if you're at all interested, I would try those places to see if you could find copies of them to watch. Oh goodness, so sorry. I did a little bit better today. I seem to be getting a little more adjusted and not needing quite as much sleep. I'm representing Lethal Ladies Inc. tonight with one of the Lethal Ladies Inc. logos. Be sure to head on over to the shop, deaditesondeck.com. My horror shop, tell them Poe sent you. And again, Poe is this little guy here. He is the official mascot of the Deadites on Deck horror shop. I am in the process. I haven't gotten very far on him, but a plushie of Poe. The plushies will be coming soon to the shop as well as some designs for RJ, who is the official friendly monster of Movie Munchies. So he's the Movie Munchies mascot. So for those of you that are, since we're talking about the shop, and I have a couple of promotions going on right now. You can buy one candle, get one free using the promo code CandleCraze25 at checkout. The other one is Slasher Spring 25. You can use that promo code to take $10 off your order of $30 or more. And while I'm talking about the shop, since there are a couple of people in here now, the poet, I'm assuming, and somebody else. There's perks to being on here when I'm actually doing these live. You get to see like new designs and stuff. So remember when I said there was if you were in here for one of the last 2 streams, I said that there was going to be like a secret design that I was working on. And Candace, because she's my friend and we talk virtually every day, she got to see it before anybody did. But for those of you that are in here right now, this is the I'll just make that as big as I can. This is the official Night Crew design. And for those of you that have seen Night Crew, you know what I'm talking about here. This is the official, or my official design for the Night Crew. For those of you that have seen the movie Intruder, these people will look very familiar here. We got Danny Hicks right here, who plays Bill the manager in Intruder. We got Sam Raimi as Randy the butcher. We have Ted Raimi as Produce Joe. Elizabeth Cox as Jennifer the cashier. Renee Estevez as Linda, the other cashier. Billy Marty as Dave the stock boy. Burr Steers as Bub the stock boy. And oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the other actor's name, but he plays Tim, one of the other stock boys. So you'll soon be able to get this design on the Deadites on Deck horror shop at deaditesondeck.com. You can get this design plus many, many more, including some new Lethal Ladies Inc. logo designs. The World of Stephen King design will be coming to the shop soon. We've got some Poe designs. We've got some Evil Dead Chicken Poe designs. And just all kinds of good stuff out there. And these shirts are $20 a piece. You can get shirts with a lot of different designs. And I'm going to go ahead and remove that for now. And if you're not a horror fan, never fear, because I do custom work. You can let me know. I've got this handy form on the home page of the shop, and you can let me know through that form what it is that you're looking for. If you want to have your significant other and your kids, your grandkids, your pets put on a shirt, hey. Or if there's a horror design that I don't have that you would like to see, what I could do with, please let me know. I could even put these on candles for you. I can put them on shirts and tote bags and hats and mouse pads, and like I said, even candles. So head on over to deaditesondeck.com and check everything out there. Okay, so what else we got going on? I'm still not sure if there's going to be a Friday Foolish tomorrow. I'm going to ask Candace again and see. She may have answered me. I see I've got some messages on there. I'll have to check that later on my phone. I'm so sorry, gang. I don't like to be yawning on here, but I have been really, really tired, but today wasn't as bad as some of the other days I've had. So I just keep drinking the caffeine and trying to stay awake. But we've got a couple of watch-alongs this weekend for some college slashers that you guys and gals picked using the poll. We've got a new poll up, and a lot of you have already cast your vote. But if you want to be in on choosing which movies I do watch-alongs for next time, be sure to get your votes in now before I cut off the voting. I usually cut off the voting the Sunday before the week that I do the watch along. I should have a movie munchies. Oh, I didn't tell you what the movies were, did I? House on Sorority Row and The Initiation. House on Sorority Row will be Saturday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday will be The Initiation, also starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, barring any severe storms or sickness or anything like that. Now, I do realize that Sunday is Easter Sunday, folks. And if I don't have a lot of people, that is perfectly fine. I do not mind, but I'm going to trudge onward and upward and still go ahead and have a watch along for Sunday. And if you're not able to join me live, you can watch it on the replay, as you can any of these live streams that I do. At the end of the month, I should be putting out a new movie munchies, Children of the Cornbread Salad. And if you've never had cornbread salad, as I had never had cornbread salad until Candace mentioned it to me, it's absolutely delicious, folks. So if you want to see me watch that, be sure to wait for that video to drop, because those are pre-recorded videos now. I've got a couple of new soup and jallos out, so be sure to check those out. And movie roulette, lest the poet think I'm going to forget, because I do forget sometimes, and he reminds me, thankfully. But movie roulette, what is movie roulette, you may be thinking? Well, if you give a $5 or more super chat during any live stream I do, this includes this one, it includes watch-alongs, you can pick any movie of your choosing for me to do a watch-along, to do a movie review of. I've got to watch it and do a movie review of, if you give a $5 or more super chat. The Dead Pit Boys have already gave their $5, and CK picked Into the Pit, the Dead Pit documentary, so I'm going to be happily rewatching that. And Uncle Bill chose Necromantic 2, which I started to try to watch last night on Shudder. Both Necromantic movies are available on Shudder. And also, you know, I know Wes or CK would want me to say that there's still a few copies left of Into the Pit. So if you've not purchased a copy yet and you would like to, the word is that CK or dead pit, the dead pit as a whole has the last remaining copies of Into the Pit. So hit CK up if you're at all interested in purchasing one of those. Hey, Menelec. So yeah, I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and get to these movies. Now, the first movie is Slaughter Hotel, uh, released in 1971, directed by Fernando de Leo or Leo. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Probably massacring that poor dude's name all over the place. But what about the kills in this? Let's get to that first, and then we'll get to a little bit of the plot, and then I'll give a rating on it. So we have a total of let's see, 10 total deaths in this movie. So we have a woman that's strangled. We got a man that's pushed into what looks like a mummy case with a sharp object in it. Woman axed to death. That is one of the more spectacular kills. Woman shot in the neck with an arrow. That one was pretty good as well. 5 women beaten to death. I know this is going to sound in poor taste, but I thought of it as Ted Bundy style because the guy basically, or the killer basically takes a heavy object and just beats these women in the head. A man is shot to death, including a shot to the head. And with the 5 women being beaten to death, that gives us a total of 10 total deaths for Slaughter Hotel. Now, this is unusual to me. The title is unusual to me. And Steve told me, he said, well, that's not, Slaughter Hotel is not the normal title for this. He said the original title something like Killer with the Blue Hand or something like that. But what I find unusual about this is it's not a hotel. This is a mental health facility basically for women who are emotionally disturbed in some way, right? So there's one funny scene where a guy is taking his wife to stay at this mental health facility. And she says, yeah, you're taking me to a loony bin. Yeah, it's a nice day to take me to a loony bin. And he said, oh, don't think of it like that. And you think he's going to say something that's a little bit more appropriate. And he said, I think the appropriate term is rest home. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a lot better. But this lady is a little crazy because she tries to calls her husband a wreck, and he's like, why are you trying to kill both of us and all this stuff. And when she gets to the facility, they actually call it a clinic. I guess it would be a mental health clinic. But the women have to stay there, to be treated. So when she gets there, one of the assistants or doctors, orderly, something, is going to take her to her room to get settled in. And she lays down her fur coat and picks up this big stick and she's going to hit him in the back of the head. And he turns around. He's like, no, we're not going to have any of that. Now, come on. So just really, really bizarre. And there's even one scene where they say, yeah, she's the most dangerous patient we have, But another highlight to this movie is Klaus Kinski's in this and all his woman grabbing glory. And he's getting all the pretty ladies and, as Klaus usually always did, in front of the screen and behind the screen as well. But he plays one of the doctors in this clinic. They call him Clay. I can't remember Clay's like his first name or it's Dr. Clay. But in any event, he's, after that young, firm flesh, basically. So, and I'm sure he was, I like Klaus as an actor. I always did. He always had an extra layer of sleaze to things, and he was a great actor. but he was just a little handsy with the ladies behind the scenes, and some of them didn't like it naturally. And I think he got in trouble a few times for different things. Probably got slapped and different things. It's like, hold off, Klaus. Not all the ladies want your body, dude. So he also had he was very high strung and had a bad temper. So much so that David Schmoller, that directed him in Crawlspace, did a short film called Please Kill Mr. Kinski, because Klaus Kinski just basically drove him absolutely crazy during the making of Crawlspace. And, at that point, Klaus Kinski was way past his prime anyway at that time. But pretty decent little, I guess you'd call it a giallo, because you do have a black glove killer that's slashing some of the people, watching naked ladies. Once again, I'm not a prude, but I didn't much care for all the female flesh, although Steve does. Because every 5 seconds, it seems like you're seeing some naked woman or some woman masturbating, or there's girl on girl action, or, Klaus is, rubbing up against some chick or whatever, that stuff I don't mind so much, the rubbing up against somebody with their clothes on. But I'm not really into watching the girl on girl stuff and, people getting naked, the drop of a hat. That did not interest me at all. But you guys, you may find that a particular interest. And I'm not trying to be offensive to guys, I'm just saying. Steve has the hots for Rosalba Neary. Rosalba Neary in her younger days was, quite a woman. And Steve said, well, when they showed up, her nether regions close up, he said that was more than likely not her. I said, you think? He said, yeah, I don't think that was her. So keep that in mind when you watch it. So anyway, a decent slasher, giallo, whatever you want to call it, a little more nudity and masturbation and lesbian action than I like. But I'm still, for the kills alone in this and the atmosphere and all that stuff, I'm still going to give it 4 deadites out of 5. I'll take one of them off because, I'm really not interested in all that sexual stuff that they had in there. But I know that they add that stuff. It's part of the formula. Even if it's a foreign film, it's still part of that formula, right? So that is Slaughter Hotel. So the next one, or the last one I'm going to talk about tonight, the Zodiac Killer. The Psychotronic Video Guide by Michael Weldon. Michael Weldon said it was disturbing and effective. Okay. This film was not disturbing to me, just because it was so insanely crazy and wacky. And anything that the AGFA puts out, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be crazy and off the wall. They put out several films, including one of my personal favorites, Blood Lake. I'm surprised Steve bought this one, but he likes off the wall craziness sometimes. And I do too, but I have to pick and choose which ones I want to buy like this. So, anyway, let's get to some information about this film. This film came out also in 1971, directed by Tom Hansen. And so I believe we had a total of 9 deaths in this. A few of them take place really near the end in like close succession to each other. So what do we got here? We've got a man shot in the head. It's kind of like, it starts out kind of like a Son of Sam type killer. A woman stabbed to death, a man and a woman shot to death. So there's an extra kill there. So we actually had 10. Man shot to death, another man shot to death, a woman crushed with a car hood, a la Home Sweet Home, if you've seen Home Sweet Home. In this case, the killer waits for a woman to bend down to look at the engine, and he just leaps on top of the car hood and just jumps on it repeatedly, crushing her. A man, I kid you not, man rode out into traffic where he has a heart attack because he's an old man and he's not well. A woman stabbed to death and another man stabbed to death. Okay. So a total of 10 kills total in this one. Nothing really elaborate. I think the highlight was the woman getting crushed by the hood of the car. So, the guy, I find this interesting. Oh, there is a guy with the most horrible toupee in movie history. I kid you not. You will not be able to ignore this. Steve talks about it repeatedly. Tom Hansen, the guy that directed this, he previously owned a chain of Pizza Man restaurants. I'm not familiar with Pizza Man, but some of you guys and gals might be. So that didn't work out for him. So guess what? He starts directing movies. This this is listed as the most outrageous and compelling tabloid horror vortex in the history of planet Earth and beyond. And I would agree with that. Now, also during theatrical screenings, when this first came out, the theaters, Hansen constructed in theater traps to lure the killer from hiding. These included the use of an ice cream freezer filled with rent-a-cops and a raffle with a motorcycle as a prize. You won't get insight like this by watching a David Fincher movie. That is true, but you will get it while watching the Zodiac Killer. And I thought Steve told me that also this movie was made in the hopes that I believe that it would help them capture the Zodiac Killer. Because I don't think the Zodiac Killer, what the actual Zodiac Killer was actually ever caught. But you have this guy. I mean, I don't think that I'm really giving anything away that's going to ruin this for you, because I don't think the killer is meant to be kept secret. I mean, I could pick out the killer before they told me that he was the killer, and I think you guys and gals could too. But the killer is the town mailman, Jerry. And Jerry keeps a bunch of rabbits, and Leo, one of his rabbits, dies early in the film. It doesn't look dead, thankfully, but he's like, "Oh, Leo, my friend," and he goes and buries him and says, "You take care of the grass here." And his father is, you think his father's just in a nursing home, but he must be in a mental health facility. So, because I don't know why, it doesn't seem like anybody else is like this, or maybe it's a regular old folks home or something, but because his father's violent or something, they have to put like jail, put him in like a jail cell. Because when near the end of the movie, when Jerry goes to visit his father, they never show his father, but there's bars there, and he's talking to him, and his father just turns out the light when Jerry comes there, and he's crying, "Why won't you talk to me?" And evidently his mother is dead, and all of that. So, but Jerry has some issues, needless to say, and he kills a lot of people within this film, and I've talked about some of the different ways that he kills people. But if you want to watch something that's just really way out there and not serious, and Not disturbing. I didn't find it disturbing. Maybe there's something wrong with me because I didn't find it disturbing. I just find it crazy and off the wall and just something that you definitely don't have to take seriously. And it's not very long at 87 minutes. It's just under the hour and a half time frame, which I find to be like a normal time frame for movies. Um, hey, Batman. But I, I enjoyed going back and rewatching this again. It's been a little while since I've seen the Zodiac Killer. I think the last time I watched it, I probably watched it when Steve got this. Um, there is a second thriller chiller on this, but I did not watch it, called Son of Sam. Um, or Another Son of Sam, sorry. That is a bonus movie from 1977. Who knows? Maybe I'll be covering it later on. I don't know if it's on my list or not. But it's called Another Son of Sam from 1977. It's a 2K scan from the original 35 millimeter theatrical print, and that is included on the AGFA and Something Weird video version of the Zodiac Killer. Okay. And what I would give this one about 3 to 3.5 deadites out of 5. I mean, it was fun enough that I could give it that. But is it a very good movie? No, it's not. It's definitely not. But I guess I've been on here for a total of just over 31 minutes. And if you weren't able to be in here with me tonight as I did this live, you can watch it on the replay. But I want to thank the poet, Minilac, Batman, uh, the guys that were talking in the chat. If you didn't feel comfortable talking in the chat and you stopped in and you were watching this, I thank you as well. And I also thank those of you that will watch this on the replay. Now, like I said, tomorrow, I'm not sure if there's going to be a Friday Foolish or not. I got to get back with Candace and see. So it's a toss up right now. We'll just see if we're going to be able to or not. Like I said last night, me and Candace have both been having some ups and downs this week. So I'm game for it if Candace is, but if not, hopefully we'll be able to return the next Friday. Be sure to tune in for the watch alongs this weekend. Again, Saturday's watch along will be for House on Sorority Row, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Easter Sunday, I know, folks, I don't expect a big crowd for the initiation, but I'm going to go ahead and forge ahead with doing the initiation watch along, also starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week, we'll have more cannon fodder. We'll have more Dick's Picks. We'll have another They're All Messed Up, hopefully. Oh boy, Batman. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I saw that that you sent to me. I have absolutely no interest, I don't think, in watching that Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. I didn't even like that guy in Halloween Ends. I did not like Halloween Ends, folks. But yeah, not a fan of that idea at all. But I'll show y'all, in case you didn't get to see it earlier, I will show y'all the Night Crew. That's the gang from Intruder, in case you didn't know. This is a design that will soon be making its way to the Deadites on Deck shop at deaditesondeck.com. Tell them Poe sent you. But that design will be coming soon. Plus, I've got all kinds of other really cool designs that are already on the site, and many more will be making their arrival soon. So, with all that being said, as always, I'm off like a dirty shirt. This shirt ain't dirty, but I'm off like one. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here for the night, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday night, folks. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm excited. Can't you tell? It's not been a really bad week. Hopefully, knock on wood, tomorrow is not. I just got to work for a few hours, and then we're getting to the weekend. It wasn't a bad week. It's just, I don't know. I've been just tired. So I'm ready to be off for the weekend. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, folks. Can't you tell just the way I'm yawning? But I'm out of here for now. But I'll see everybody next time.